My colleague Kadambini Sharma has been tracking all the latest developments for us. She joins us live from Israel's Ashkelon at the moment. Kadambini, we hope you're safe. What's the latest you can share with us at the moment as far as the ground situation is concerned?
Well, first of all, I would like to tell you what happened since last night when all our viewers have seen the footage of the rocket attack in which our hotel was hit. And after that, that was after a threat that Hamas posted and said that it would attack at 5 p.m. local time. To exact time, they did launch a barrage of rockets, and one of those rockets hit the hotel. Now, after that, every 15 to 20 minutes, there were sirens for incoming rockets, and we would rush into the bunkers. And it continued for several hours. Throughout the night, more or less, we have been in this bunker, in this shelter, so that there is no casualty, so that we are safe. So that was the situation which was happening here after the rocket attacks. And after, in the morning, there seems to be some respite. As you have told our viewers that Israel is pounding Gaza. We can hear the sounds here, the boom sounds here, because it's barely 10 to 12 kilometers north of Ashkelon. Now, after the threat is not only at the borders, at the front lines, but also inside, because in Ashkelon itself, last night, at least 3 Hamas terrorists were killed in this town. So, and there were search on for more, because there was an information that there might be more Hamas terrorists hiding in the town. IDF has been saying this continuously, that they have the situation at the borders in control, but there still might be Hamas terrorists here in different southern cities. So 3 were killed right here in Ashkelon. One relief is that the rocket attacks did not claim any life here in Ashkelon, as we know till now. So these are the things which are happening here, right here in Ashkelon. We were told not to step out. We wanted to go out last night and take a stock of whatever had happened in the city, but we were told repeatedly not to step out because of this situation where there might be Hamas terrorists in the town itself. Now, in the morning, the news which is coming in is the ammunition, first round of ammunition has from the US has reached Israel, and Secretary Blinken is coming to Israel for talks. There is a siege of Gaza, and there have been many exhortations to end the siege, at least supply water and electricity. There are news reports coming in from there about difficulties in treating the patients there, those who are being injured, there are children. But the fact is that here also the count of dead bodies is going up. The number of Israelis is continuously rising because of also rocket attacks. Injured are also, a number of injured is also rising. There is a hostage situation which is still not resolved. So how that will be resolved is a big question, because now, as Hamas has said, that it is not going to negotiate. Earlier it was reported that they might negotiate in exchange for the Palestinians who are here in the jails, in Israeli jails. But now this also seems unlikely. In the meanwhile, the battle is going on. There are rocket attacks from the Syria side as well. We already know that the northern side is also, IDF is holding fort on the northern borders as well. South, we know the IDF has secured the borders, but there is a situation inside as well. So these are the things which are happening right now in Israel while the world watches.
Right, Kadambini, also in a new tactic, Israel is actually warning civilians to evacuate neighborhood after neighborhood and then inflicting devastation. Could this then be seen as a prelude to a ground offensive?
Well, till now we have seen an air offensive, and we have seen the buildings which are reduced to rubble, and IDF has been saying, the Israeli forces have been saying that they are trying to make a targeted attack for all the militant hotspots or their establishments. But of course, now that they have allowed some people to leave, some people have gone out of Gaza, they are displaced. As a matter of fact, more than 1 lakh people are displaced. So there is some sort of an effort, it looks like an effort, so that more civilians are not hurt, because the highest price is being paid by the civilians. Right. Civilians who have had no hand in any of this, and they are dying in this conflict. So it looks like it, but whether it will happen right now or there is some more time in this, that is still to be seen.
Right. Also, Kadambini, you had briefly mentioned that Israel now faces a multi-front war threat from Lebanon and Syria as well. In fact, the Israel army yesterday had said that there had been a number of launches from Syria into Israeli territory. What can you report on this at the moment?
Well, we have also got those reports about rockets being fired from Syrian territory, but who has taken the responsibility for it? Now, Hamas had taken the responsibility for the rockets being fired from Lebanon side, but we also know that Hezbollah militants tried to enter, and now IDF engaged with them, and they had fired on tanks which were there, the IDF forces which were trying to block them. So that there is one border, but also from Syria there is a rocket attack. So now the threat is that there will be a multi-front battle. Now US has been continuously saying that no third party should take advantage of the situation, should not try to make it to their advantage. So this is a real threat, and if that happens, the situation will escalate very, very quickly.
Right, so a clearer picture of the scale of atrocity wrought on civilians on both sides is unfolding, as Kadambini is reporting from Israel's Ashkelon. But Kadambini, the US is also talking with Israel and Egypt about the idea of a safe passage for Gaza civilians as Israel strikes the enclave?
We do not know about this.
Well, we have got those reports about a safe passage, but nothing of the sort has been announced yet, because we have seen what has happened in Israel. We have also seen what is happening right now. It is not as if the battle is over. It is not as if Hamas has surrendered, or the rockets coming from there, or the terrorists coming from there have lessened. So a humanitarian passage would be given or not be given is a big question now, though there is a clear indication that after power and water supply has been cut, there is a complete siege, and the civilians do need this kind of passage. But also the people who have, the Israelis who have been killed here, they were the civilians, they were children, they were toddlers, they were all families. When the terrorists came in and butchered, they were all civilians. So this is one factor which sits quite heavily with the Israeli government. So what it will do, whether that decision of a humanitarian corridor will be taken, it might be a very difficult decision given the sentiments here at the moment. So we'll have to wait and watch if it really does come about.
Of course. As we wrap, Kadambini, just let's talk about the situation in Gaza, as the last power source, we're told, may soon run out of fuel. Also, doctors are warning that the enclave's health system could collapse within a week. What details do we have as far as the Gaza Strip is concerned? The civilians in focus especially.
Well, there are continuous videos and posts which are coming in from Gaza. There are civilians, and there are also children who are being killed. Now we have to remember that 50% of Gaza is actually children. The youngsters are there. So and hospital systems are quite stretched. We have to look at it in the context of both the places. In Israel, where I am in the southern Israel, there are just 2 hospitals, and even those are overwhelmed. Now in Gaza there are hospitals, but we can understand with no supply of water, no supply of any fuel or power, what the situation of any hospital can be. So they are definitely overwhelmed. There might be some stock which they are working on, but if it does not happen quickly, if they do not get power and water supply quickly, the situation can get even worse. Parmeshwar?